Hello everyone and welcome back to another custom die cast review. Today we have Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2022 Martinsville race version. Of course, I saw this race in person. Brandon Jones won that race. I was really hoping that Gragson would pull it off, but sadly that didn't happen. We are going back this upcoming week after, of course, Homestead, so we're going to see how Martinsville goes for the second time this year. Hopefully it's better than the first one. Personally, if it's in person, I don't really care how good the racing is. I just like being there, enjoying the environment. So either way, I'm going to have a good time, and I know that for a fact. But I am a huge Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan. Everybody knows this. I am a bigger fan of him than I am of Bowman. Speaking of Bowman and Gragson, since we kind of touched up on him, I am going to probably not put one for sale, but eventually, sometime soon, I'm going to be making a Gragson Talladega race version. I believe that was his first start for Hendrick. So I'm going to do like a collaboration of Bowman's car, but of course Gragson raced the car, so it's going to be a race version of Gragson, but you know, whatever. You get the idea. I'm going to try to do that specific diecast and see how it turns out. Again, that's for my personal collection because, you know, Gragson's my favorite for Xfinity, and of course Bowman is my favorite for the Cup Series currently. And Bowman's out with a concussion, yada, yada, yada. We all know what happened. So I figured that'd be a pretty cool little custom, not going to lie. But anyway, we're not going to focus on that right now. We're going to focus on the Junebug race version sitting in front of you. Sadly, it's not a race to win, but it is what it is. Now, I made a 1/64 of this forever ago. If you want to go check that out, link in the description down below. I do plan to do one for Bottom Bag Diecast in 1/64 scale, not, of course, 1/24, because this will be the 1/24. I'm going to try to make one in 1/64 sometime down the line. But yeah, I got this done fairly quick. I got a lot of the race detail. And of course, you know, I did the undercarriage stuff too, but we will talk about that here in a little bit. So it's just your Hellman scheme. I believe this was a fan vote out of 3 different paint schemes. Pretty sure this was not the one I elected. I didn't vote, but the one I wanted to win, I don't think this is the one that it was. I can't really remember. But anyway, we're going to take a closer look at this diecast real quick. The only thing I don't like about the car, and it's not my fault, this is a Lionel thing. As you can see, let's see right here, you can see it doesn't really set right. So again, that was a Lionel thing. Unfortunately, that happened, but you got a lot of race wear. Hopefully to kind of make it look a little more raced. Helmets right there, established 1913. Got the little bow tie. Got the little V pattern here. Reminds me of the Junior and, you know, Earnhardt Wrangler scheme. Got the Xfinity Dale Jr. right there. Got a little bit of detail on the interior with the red, blue, and silver. Right here on the roof, got a little bit of raced, just rubber buildup there. Got the 88. I like how it has the little slashes on the top and bottom. Got the little bow tie there too. Dale Jr. on the rear name banner. I also blacked out the, whatchamacallit. I don't remember what it's called. The DIN number and all that stuff. Of course, the DIN number is blacked out. Hellman's established 1913. Got the little bow tie there as well. Right here onto the back, got Hellman's. Let's see, 88. If I can focus, that'd be nice. It's so hard to hold because I'm not sturdy. Ew. Oh, it sucks. Anyway, RE, Mechanics Wear, Mac Tools, Hellman's, Camaro right there. Got the 88 with the tail lights, bow tie, and the little camera back here. Now, fun fact, this is a black spoiler on, this is the good side, by the way. On the actual race car, the spoiler was black, but on the production that Lionel put out, it's blue. So I had to change it from blue to black. So that's a little fun fact there. I did not realize until after the fact, but yeah, the diecast had a blue spoiler, but the car had a black spoiler. So again, here is the good side. This is where all the damage and stuff was. Not only that, I do want to mention something real quick. This is going to be available on the Bottom Bag Diecast eBay page. I do not know if I said that, but this is going to help fund the whole Martinsville race. Now, this will not be for a bid. I don't know what I'm going to set it as, because I know the 124s can go for a lot, especially the Cup Series. Now, I know the 164s, you know, depending on how good you do the detail, but with the 124, it's hard to price because there's a lot more, like just a better variant on, you know, what you can do with a bigger scale car. So I don't know what I'm going to price it as just yet, or price it at just yet, but it's not going to be a bid. I don't know, again, I don't know what I'm going to do it as, because I'm not trying to overprice anything, and I'm definitely not trying to underprice everything as well. I know it's not going to be crazy like $200. It's not going to be anything like that. I'm not one of those custom diecast makers. I don't price my stuff way out of line. But I don't know. That's something we'll have to kind of look on. But anyway, back to the actual diecast. Again, this is the real raced up side. Really, really used, and one of my favorite parts. There was green thrown in there for whatever reason. I don't know how the green came about on the car, but it's there. Personally, I always loved Martinsville race versions because, like, it's Martinsville. You're going to get beaten, banging, just a bunch of tire marks. You're going to get a lot of rubber buildup. It's a good race to go to, and it's very fun to have, like, the damaged cars be made. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised Lionel didn't milk Junior's name with this car. I'm surprised they did not do a race version of, Martinsville. I mean, there would have been so many people that would have bought this specific raced up version diecast, and personally, I would have been one of them. I don't know, I feel like they could have made some pretty big bucks off of that. But anyway, again, back to the diecast here. Got a little bit of a tire mark right here on the Fridge Hunters. Maybe, if I can focus. I want to try something. I'm going to try to zoom in. See if we can do that. Because I don't want to, like, be all shaky camera, even though I'm literally doing that right now. See if we can get a good little angle. I feel like that's good enough. We're gonna try this and see how it works. So right here on the quarter panel. Sorry, I accidentally ended my video. Right here, got a little bit of a tire mark going down the Hellmans. We got a wall scrape, not the best wall scrape, but it's there. Got a little bit on the degree as well. There is a tire marking on the tire, obviously. Of course, you got that tire tape. A little bit of raced up Goodyears. Got Hellmans right there. Of course, got a big old scratch through it from hitting the wall. Now, here's kind of the more juicy part of the side. It's got those, I think it's 3 tire marks, but it looks, pretty good on the actual car. It's really raced up, and it looks really nice. Again, it's Martinsville. You're going to get a lot of beating and banging and, tire rubs and all that stuff. Speaking of Martinsville, there is no window on this passenger side because it is a short track. And if you don't know, they do not run the windows at short tracks, so that's why that's missing. That came with the diecast. Like, that's how the diecast was. I did not take out the window or anything. That's how Lionel produced it, so it's pretty cool they kind of included that in the car. Continuing down the side, I got a little more race wear, not a whole lot. Of course, you got the Xfinity Series logo, Mobile 1, ARP, got the NASCAR race car logo there. Goodyear, got a little bit more race wear around that front wheel well. Of course, again, Martinsville, that's going to happen. Got another little red mark right there on the tire. Got a more raced up tire as well. You can see some of the damage around the Goodyear. Moving on to the front of the car. Got a lot of the raced, just rubber build up there. Looks pretty darn snazzy and raced up. That's how I like my customs, to be honest. So I feel like that looks pretty good. We're going to zoom out just real fast, and I'm going to show the undercarriage. Or no, I haven't showed this side yet. My bad. I will get to that, then I'll show the undercarriage. So on this side, you got a little more of that raced, used up damage and stuff. Not a whole lot, but there's some there. Small tire mark down there at the bottom. Of course, you got the Xfinity Mobile 1, ARP once again on this side. It's the same as the other side. You got the window net down there. A little bit of damage on that side skirt. I don't know if that, I'm assuming that's like another, elongated tire mark, I would assume. Unilever, got a little bit of damage on there. Got the back end here. Got a little bit of that yellow tape on there as well. A little bit of fuel spillage out the side. A little bit of damage on the quarter panel. And you got that little tiny tire mark right there. Kind of like midway of the quarter panel. So it was a pretty race-used, car. I liked the look of it, and I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the paint scheme at first, but it kind of grew on me, I'm not going to lie. So here's the undercarriage. See if we can get that there. Center it a little bit, we'll be good to go. There we are. So, of course, we painted the back end here, the little fuel tank, that red. This little thing here, I'm not really too sure what it is, but we got that red as well. This front half was already painted, so the exhaust was painted, transmission was painted. Now, on the other hand, the drive shaft here and these axles and stuff was not painted. I had to do that myself. So I painted the drive shaft silver to kind of match the transmission, and then I kind of threw in some black to balance out the whole, black and silver look. So we got the axles there, and these little brackets, these little braces, those are also black, obviously, as you can see, unless you're colorblind or blind completely, which I don't know how you'd be watching this video if that was the case, but yeah, painted that black. Of course, you got a little bit of red thrown in there as well. I know they're not supposed to be red, but I like being a little bit different, and it's underneath the car, so it doesn't really matter too much. Just kind of adding a little bit of a uniqueness to the car. And of course, we do have to pop the hood a little bit. Maybe, possibly. There we go. Get underneath there. So I think that's what, Wix and Chevy? Yeah, Wix and Chevy underneath the hood. And of course, there's not a lot of engine detail. It's your classic plastic block. See if I can zoom in on that a little bit. See if we can get some good anglage there. Maybe, possibly. Let's see. Yeah, it's not a whole lot in there, but that's about all we got for the engine detail. But nonetheless, yeah, got a pretty cool little race car right here. I do like the paint scheme. Again, it kind of grew on me over time. But at the beginning, wasn't really a fan. I'm not going to lie. I normally like all of Junior's paint schemes, but this one was just not really one for me as it's rolling away from me. So we're going to scoot down. There we go. It's a little better. Once again, available on eBay. You will get the box and everything. Do not worry. It's not just a car. I do have the whole nine, so make sure, go check that out if you are interested. It would help me quite a bit. It would help fund this Martinsville trip, and we could get a pretty awesome diecast haul, because I have not been getting a lot of the diecasts that I've been wanting. So when I go to Martinsville, I plan to pick up quite a few. I plan to pick up quite a few. If I could speak English, that'd be fantastic. But anyway, once again, that'll be all for this diecast, custom diecast actually review. So yeah, custom diecast actually review. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. But once again, anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.